What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Lily Sabri for those of you guys who don't know me, and my channel, I guess, is about everything fitness, health, lifestyle, a little bit of food in there, and also a touch of personal life. That is a lie. There's a lot of personal life in there, and that is why I'm bringing you this video today. So I'm guessing you are watching this video if you are considering moving to Dubai, or maybe you've already moved to Dubai and you need a little bit of advice. And this video is basically going to teach you to learn from my mistakes. I'm going to make it very brief, very factual, and basically teach you guys how to get a visa, how to work legally in Dubai. Now, moving country can be incredibly stressful. Around 10 months ago now, I moved to Dubai, and it was the first time I had ever lived outside of the UK. And for those of you who are in the same position as me, do not fret. This video is going to help you with that transition, I promise. Before we get started with the juicy facts, I just want to let you guys know that this video is part of a series of moving to Dubai, and this is the second video. So if you check out my playlists, under there will be a moving to Dubai playlist. This is going to go in there, and I'm going to make a load more videos about how to move to Dubai, how to enjoy the process, how to make the process as easy as possible, what to do when you're in Dubai, and all of that jazz. On top of that, please do not forget, guys, to hit subscribe, hit the bell icon. Basically what that means is you're going to get a notification of every single time I upload a new video. So first up, how to get a visa in Dubai. Now, the visa and your trade license tend to come hand in hand. However, that is not always the case. So I'm going to tackle the two together. If you are moving over with a company, everything will be sorted for you. You've got the easy ride. Those of you who are like me, who are either a freelancer, self-employed, or you have your own company, it is a total different ball game. Now, in the UK, you have pretty much two options. You have sole trader, which is kind of freelancer, and you have limited company, which is setting up your own company. Both of them can be done really easily online or via an accountant, and they don't cost much money at all. Dubai is pretty different to that. It's a more expensive process, which I'm going to chat through with you guys. But on top of that, there are so many more options, and I found myself for the first 4 months incredibly stressed. And most of that stress was because I did not have a working visa. So I came over just on a tourist visa. Now, you can stay here on a tourist visa for, depending on where your passport is from, up to 3 months without having to leave the country. Now, that does totally depend on where your passport's from. For the UK, I think it's up to 3 months, then you have to leave and come back. Other passports may be shorter than that. What I'm trying to get across is you do have a little bit of leeway time to sort out your working visa. However, I would not recommend to stay on a tourist visa for too long, because it's really, really stressful, and you will have some people saying to you, you know, you can stay on a tourist visa, it's absolutely fine. It's not. It is not legal for you to work on a tourist visa, and secondly, you're constantly like chasing your own tail thinking, okay, I have to leave now, I have to come back in. Get your working visa sorted. For me, I was looking at two different options for obtaining my visa and my working permit. Number one was freelancer, which is the equivalent of a sole trader. The second one was a company setup, which is the equivalent of a limited company in the UK. Now, I was actually quite torn between these two ideas, and I'm going to run through the pros and the cons of both. Starting off with the freelancer. Now, this is a really, really good option for a lot of people. If it is you working alone, if you are working in the fitness industry, if you are teaching classes, a PT, a yoga instructor, a nutritionist, this option is great for you. Also, people working in the media sector, this is a really, really good space for you to look into. However, if you are looking to scale your business, to grow your business, and potentially employ people, you want to be looking at this section, which is your company setup. And in my case, I'm a really, really small company, but I know I was looking to scale my business, and I started looking at this section rather than this one. Now, I'm going to move on to the pros and the cons of freelancer versus company setup. Freelancer is a lot cheaper than setting up a company. However, you need to be careful with this, guys. There's often a lot of hidden costs in this. So you'll often hear on the radio, set up a freelancer visa for XXX, and you look into it and you're like, wow, the total cost is actually triple the amount of what you just said on the radio. So I'm now going to talk through the pros and the cons of freelancer versus company setup, and the figures that I give you are approximate. Please bear that in mind. So Freelancer is definitely cheaper. You can set up as a freelancer for approximately 20,000 dirhams. 20,000 dirhams is about 4,000 pounds, and that will include your visa. So it will give you your trade license as well as your visa. Now, I'm saying that super slowly and super clearly because you are going to see and hear adverts all the time that tell you that you can set up a freelance visa for, I don't know, 5,000 dirhams. There are a lot of hidden costs in that. So that's kind of like your initial lump sum that you have to put down, and then you need to put down another 5,000 for the visa and another 5,000 for this and that. It will end up being between 15,000 and 20,000 dirhams all in. And that is your freelancer setup. Now, I'm going to use personal trainers as an example right now. I know a lot of you who are watching in the UK will think, oh my gosh, I have to put down 4,000 pounds just to be licensed, just to have a visa before I can even start working. I totally hear you. Like, I really hear you. When I was looking at the company setup, I was like, wow, that is a lot of upfront cost. However, you're not paying tax here, guys, number one. So that is going to save you a lot of money. Number two, the fees that you can charge here are significantly higher than the UK. An hour slot for a PT session here is nearly double what you would be charging in the UK. And obviously it varies where you are in the UK, but I'm talking on like suburbs of London right now, even some of the central London prices. So you're going to be earning more and it's going to be tax-free. However, you will have a bigger upfront cost. So you've got to weigh that up. But all in all, I can pretty much guarantee if you are a busy PT out here, you are going to be earning a lot more money. Now, there's one little problem that applies to this. If you are a freelance PT or a freelancer full stop, depending on where you set up that freelance trade license, you are limited to work in that area. So I'm going to use London as an example. It's like if you were to set up your freelance trade visa in Hertfordshire, you would then be stuck to working in Hertfordshire only. If you had a client whose address was in London, you technically couldn't train them in their home in London. So it's absolutely fine if you're working from a gym in a specific area, but if you're looking to train people on a beach, outside, in their homes, you are restricted to that one area. Now, I know what you're thinking. You guys are like, Lil, you are really not helping my decision. I do have a solution for you guys. For you to not just be restricted to the one free zone. Now, your free zone is like a region, which is what I just described to you. So like Hertfordshire, the county, or London. They would be your free zones. For you to get a mainland trade license, which basically means you can work absolutely anywhere, in people's homes, on the beach, outside, legally, there is a new trade license called Virtue Fit, and it is a specific trade license for people in the fitness and well-being sector, and that gives you access to the mainland. It is a mainland trade license. You can work absolutely anywhere. It provides you with your visa, with your trade license, and it can be paid in monthly installments for 2,950 dirhams per month. £590 approximately per month. The really good thing about that is there are no extra hidden costs. It provides everything for you. You can legally work in Dubai as a health or well-being coach professional without having to worry. Now, there are other cheaper options available as a freelancer, but the downfalls to them are you are restricted to that free zone, number one. Number two, there may be hidden costs. And thirdly and finally, they can be hard work to set up. The amazing thing about Virtue Zone, which is the company that I went with, is they do everything for you. Their support system is incredible. You go into the office or via email or a phone call and everything is literally done. So yes, Virtue Zone can be a little bit more expensive than some of the other options available. However, in my opinion, for the extra money that you pay, I can't express to you how worth it is, because I was so stressed come 3-4 months of being here and still not having a visa. Like, it's stressful. I remember when I first came here and I was like, it's gonna be absolutely fine. I'm gonna do it all myself. I'm gonna save myself some money. I was like on the internet going into meeting after meeting after meeting, and I came out so confused. I was even talking to friends who live here and everyone is doing something different. Like, everyone. There's no kind of wrong or right here. There's a lot of gray area, and that can be really quite stressful. And my one priority when I came to Dubai is I want to do things by the book. I want to set up my company properly so that it is scalable, so that I'm able to really make a good living here and feel happy and comfortable living here. So I went into this side, which is the equivalent of a limited company setup. I set up a business here. So I hope that that's answered your questions for all of you freelancers. For those of you who are looking to set up a company, I'm gonna touch on the pros and cons of this now. Setting up a company, full stop, is gonna be more expensive. Approximately, and this is approximately because it really varies depending on the type of company where you're setting it up, will be around 40,000, yes, 40,000 dirhams plus. So you're looking at around £8,000 plus. That's your investment to set up a company legally, to get your visa, and a whole lot more. Now, my decisions for setting up a company, number one, was because I wanted scalability. I know what my goals are with my company over the next 3 years, and they are a lot bigger than just me, myself, and I, which would have been if I chose to set up a freelancer. Number two, and this was a really, really, really big one for me, was e-commerce. So I couldn't legally sell e-commerce as a freelancer. However, if I want to sell, and I'm giving a lot away about what my plans are in the coming months, I need to have a company versus being a freelancer. So for the e-commerce category, you have to have a company. And when you're setting up a company, you basically choose different categories which characterize your company. And I think you have up to 4 available per company. And basically there's this massive list of all of the different things that could come underneath your company. You have to select the categories that apply to your company. So the categories for my Lean with Lily company, for example, would be fitness and health, media and marketing, e-commerce. I actually can't even remember what else, but when you go into Virtue Zone, they run through all of them with you. There was a lovely lady called Sharon who helped me so much, and she helps you choose which ones apply to your company so that it is legal, it is set up correctly. On top of that, when you're setting up a company, you can choose how many visas you want within that company. So for my company, I chose 4 visas. There's 1 for me, and then I can employ 3 people underneath me and give them visas. Depending on how many visas you think your company will need, how many employees you're likely to have over the next 3 years, because a company setup is for 3 years, may increase or decrease the cost. That 40,000 dirhams, or however much your company setup is, gives you your visa for 3 years. You have a working visa for 3 years, so there's no more payments for visas. However, every year on top of that, your company trade license needs to be renewed. So you're going to be paying a bit more money every single year to renew your trade license. So I'm just checking. I think that kind of broadly covers freelancer versus company setup. For those of you who do want further information, please comment down below. I'm going to be answering all of your questions. On top of that, I'm going to pop a link down below to Virtue Zone, which is the company that I set up with. I strongly recommend them. There are plenty of others available in Dubai, but I trust them, and they help you like every single step of the way. So guys, I really hope that helped to answer some of your questions. Getting a visa in Dubai can be tough, and I hope that has made the process a little bit more simple for you. Any questions, pop them down below. I'm here to help you guys, and this is going to be part of a series. So if there's anything else you want me to film for you, any specific topics in relation to moving to Dubai, let me know. Guys, I will see you soon, and I love you loads. Mwah. Bye. So this is my little Teds, guys. He's just woken up. Oh, good morning. A lot of you have been asking what it's like to have a puppy in Dubai, and it's amazing. It is so amazing. He's the most amazing pup ever. I could do a whole new video on that for you guys. So let me know if that's something that you guys would want to see. Say bye, Teds. Oh my gosh, sleepy pup. Bye, guys.